my lovelies, this is another video from the span of videos that I'm doing today to make up for being gone for so long. With the introduction of the TBS title to the women's division of AEW, I want to know, what's the direction of the women's division? What's the future of the women's division? Everybody knows that their women's division is lacking. AEW is great, but their women's division is lacking. Now, we've seen definitely sparks of life as far as with Britt Baker, with the Sheeta D match has been outstanding. That's great storytelling. If AEW would just put a little bit more storytelling behind their shows, they would be great. They would be amazing. And I understand that they want to do this whole, it's about the sport, it's about actual wrestling. That's great, but wrestling fans also really like a good story to get us hooked and invested. Wrestling is multiple things. It's not just one thing. That's where WWE, in my opinion, is going wrong, because they just want to focus on the entertainment side so much. And then the entertainment side isn't even as entertaining as they would like you to believe it is. It's boring. At least in the 90s and the early 2000s. And then, it wasn't, everything wasn't a knockout of the park, but at least it was entertaining. The shit was entertaining. It was a train wreck, but it was entertaining, right? At least entertain us, okay? That's all I'm asking. And I'm entertained with the wrestling, but we need a good story as to why we're being why we're investing our time. Why we come back and tune in. The great matches are wonderful, but I don't need to see a great match the next week. You know what I mean? Like, I could see that anytime. You get hooked on the storytelling. And their storytelling, particularly in the women's division, has always been lacking. It also doesn't help that they just have one women's match a show. That doesn't help. And I love AEW, but you gotta call a spade. You gotta be fair. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people aren't, but you gotta be fair. And in all fairness, I let up on them because they're only 2 years old. They're still young. Like, they have time. They have a lot of time. But we're still gonna point it out. You know what I mean? We're still gonna say, hey, this could be better. Hey, pay attention to this. Hey, how about this? That's what we do. But I want to know, what's the future of the TBS, with the TBS title they've introduced, which I'm sure is they're trying to help their women's division. That gives women more chance on TV. What's the future of the AEW women's wrestlers? What's the future? What's the future? Okay. We got all pentacle cards, baby. Ooh, and we got a star card at the bottom. Okay. Oh, okay. We got the Six of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So the Six of Pentacles, this is all about giving and receiving. This to me is either receiving more than you're giving or giving more than you're receiving. It's out of balance. So I can look at this in a way of, they're going to be putting a lot behind their women's division, but will they really get a return on it? Will the fans really stand by, support, and show up? That's the thing. Then we got an Ace of Pentacles, right? The creation. But it's in reverse. So there's a block there when it comes to putting in the resources. Here's a block. And then we got the Four of Pentacles to cap the reading, which is the Four of Pentacles here for me in this deck is about making the connections, building toward strong foundations. So they're working on it. There's still, this is telling me it's still a work in progress because the Star card is at the bottom. So it's not, the Star card is at the bottom of the deck. So it's not like there isn't creativity flowing. There isn't a lack of inspiration flowing here. This is at the bottom of the deck. So they have the creativity to do it. It's just if they really can work their resources in a way to where people will become attached to them, right? And then I just want to look something up for backup here really quickly. I just want to take a peek. Take a peek. Take a peek. Don't mind me, everybody. Do not mind me. Okay, so huge confidence level. No, reinvent yourself. Let go of false identities. I just want to lack of faith. Okay, and then this is the Starman Tarot here. Beautiful deck. I love this deck so much. I'm telling you. Misdirected resources. Okay. We got misdirected resources, which is basically what I said. I just like to, sometimes I like to go in the book and cross-reference what I'm getting a feel or read on. And it basically said the same thing I said, which is you're giving too much. You definitely have misdirected resources. For sure. It's just how are they going to, it seems like they're still figuring it out, like they're still fumbling with the women's division. They have all the creativity in the back. This is what I say. I say, get a female to head that division. And I feel like a lot of this will be solved. That's how I feel about it. I could be wrong, but it seems like they're fumbling over themselves. They don't know what to do with the where. They got the inspiration, but they just don't. They don't know where to put it, or how to really do it, or if whether or not they can garner the support from their efforts. All right, that concludes this reading. That's interesting. It looks like they'll get it together eventually, but it's going to take some time. All right, that concludes another reading. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you